Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Croeso, boneddigion o boneddigesau. This is O Little Town of Aberystwyth, a serialised Louis Knight adventure by Malcolm Price, presented by us, Lighthouse Theatre. 2020 has been a difficult year for everyone, and we fully understand that. But if you could see yourself to give a small donation to help us continue our work, we'd be most grateful. But just be aware, everything is free to listen to. Merry Christmas. Nadolig llawen i chi gyd. O Little Town of Aberystwyth by Malcolm Price. Episode 5.
Aberystwyth at Christmas. A department store Santa lies brutally murdered in an alley in Chinatown, and the Queen of Denmark rings me up and asks me to investigate the case. On top of that, my girlfriend Mavanoe lies in a nursing home with a mystery illness. There'll be no peace for me, Louis Knight, Aberystwyth's only private eye this Christmas. There were 3 days left. I decided with so much pressure and so much at stake, I needed a dose of the soothing analgesic of the soul, dispensed at Saucepan's ice cream kiosk.
Morning, Mr. Knight.
Morning, Saucepan. Not closing early for Christmas?
You should know me better than to ask that.
No one would hold it against you if you did.
My role is too important to take time off.
What role is that?
I provide spiritual sustenance.
With ice cream.
That is the vehicle.
But it's just frozen milk, isn't it?
It's symbolic.
What does your ice symbolize?
A mother's love.
So you are like a big mother figure.
I prefer to regard my role as more of a shaman.
What about the flake?
What about it?
What does that symbolize?
Well, nothing, you big twit. Not everything has to mean something. You should read your Freud. You know what he said? Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar.
I took my ice cream and wandered down to my office in Strida Popti. My partner Calamity Jane was already there, writing things on index cards in marker pen and filling the office with the acrid smell of acetone. My word, you're up early.
Hi, Louis. Yes, there's work to do. I think the trip to Talabont was quite fruitful, don't you? The girl got a bag of gewgaws from Nurse Tadpole. We need to ask Tadpole where she got them from.
Supposing she doesn't want to tell us.
We use psychology to make her talk.
What sort of psychology?
You ask her out on a date.
That doesn't sound like very good psychology.
We have 2.5 days left to solve the case, or there'll be no presents for us this Christmas. You can't afford to be fastidious.
But you're asking me to go out on a date with Tadpole.
As the mafia say, Louis, it's business, not personal. You take her out and give her a nice time. Then you can ask about the gewgaws. Ask her to put you in touch with a dealer. Arrange a meeting. Then you can wear a wire.
Wear a wire?
Standard MO.
What if Tadpole says no to the date?
She won't.
What if she does?
She won't. She already said yes.
You've asked her.
I ran into her on the bus into town this morning. She wants you to take her to see the new movie starring Clip the Sheepdog, Bark of the Covenant. I hear it's very good.
This would be Clip the sheepdog who sits in a glass case in the museum above the tourist information.
That's the one.
What was the movie called again?
Bark of the Covenant. It's the sequel to Through a Dog Darkly.
I haven't heard of it.
Honestly, Louis, where have you been the past month? The old town is talking about nothing else.
Movies about dogs are not really my specialist subject.
Clip was the doggy hero of the war in Patagonia, the Welsh lassie. Tadpole is mad about Clip. I thought we could go to the hobby specialist on Pier Street. You could buy her a little replica Clip. She'd like that.
You got it all planned, haven't you?
Come on, get your coat. Louis Knight Investigations. Yes, hold on. It's for you, the Queen of Denmark again.
Hello, Glucky.
I've named an inlet after you.
Lucky me.
In Greenland, Louis Knight Sound, just below Von Høgafjordensland, 150 miles south of Ultima Thule. That's what I do, you see. Name inlets.
Well, that sounds like my kind of job.
Trust me, you wouldn't like. There are so many of them. The whole coastline is perforated like the edge of a postage stamp.
Couldn't you have named it Louis Gulch?
What's a gulch?
I don't know. But all the tough guys in the cowboy films get one named after them.
It doesn't sound very Greenlandy. How's the case going?
Oh, pretty good. We've narrowed it down to a couple of possible suspects. One is my old games teacher, Herod Jenkins, and the other, well, we're not quite sure, but there is a nurse we are anxious to talk to about some gewgaws.
That sounds very promising. Do you need more money?
I think we're okay at the moment.
I'll call again tomorrow. Just 3 days left.
We're aware of that.
Goodbye.
Thanks for the inlet. All through school, they told us how the people left Wales in the 19th century to settle in Patagonia. A shillin' from the end of the pier to start a new life in a land of milk and honey. What they found wasn't even a land of bread and jam. There was one question they could never answer. Why did the settlers, with all the world to choose from, opt for the southern tip of South America? What made them defy the golden rule of colonization, that ancient wisdom which says, don't try and grow crops in a land where they have penguins? I was too young to remember the War of Independence in 1961. But like everybody else, I was familiar with the Pathé News footage of the queues snaking down the street outside the recruitment offices, the initial euphoria, and then the disillusionment.
Can I help you?
We're looking for a gift for a friend.
Oh, yes.
Nothing too extravagant.
We thought maybe a little model of Clip the sheepdog.
Yes, we sell a lot of those. One like this, perhaps.
Oh.
Note how the modeller has captured his trademark smile.
They say it is the taxidermist's equivalent to the Mona Lisa's smile.
Sir, I can see you are a connoisseur. Have you seen the movie? It's set during the battle for Rio Cairiog.
We did that at school.
We all did.
Quite a famous victory.
Yes, famous.
Wasn't it?
Who am I to say? I just sell the little toy soldiers. I don't comment on the broader historical sweep.
What was the point of Rio Keriag?
Great mystery surrounded the precise nature of the military objective. It seemed to involve stealing enemy barbed wire.
How would you steal barbed wire?
Not easily, that is for sure. And not without a terrible loss of life. But General Clanbadan wanted them to bring some back. No one knows why.
Stealing barbed wire sounds like a pretty crummy objective.
It was certainly no Monte Cassino. But General Clanbadan was old school, you see. He learned his tactics by studying the great battles of World War I, particularly the Somme.
Was the Somme great?
In magnitude, yes. The magnitude of the carnage. In terms of troop dispositions, there are arguably far better models in the annals of military history. Salamis, Agincourt, Custer's Last Stand. But the Somme had one factor which made it especially attractive for a strategic thinker of General Clanbadan's rare metal. Namely, he had heard of it.
He sounds like an idiot.
Military historians are a disputatious lot, but on that point there is unanimity. The model of clip is $3.99. Would you like it gift wrapped?
You have been listening to O Little Town of Aberystwyth by Malcolm Price, performed by Lighthouse Theatre. Calamity Jane was played by Katrin Mayhew, and the Queen of Denmark was played by Sonia Beck. Louis Knight was played by Matt Addis. Philip Harris played Saucepan, and the shopkeeper was James Scannell. It was directed by Adrian Metcalf, and the music was composed by Paula Gardner. It was produced by Tony Davis of South Wales Audio.